everyone and welcome back to our channel AglaSem School. So today in this video we are going to discuss about NCERT solutions for class 7th. The subject is English and the name of the book which we are covering is The Alien Hand. So let's start with chapter number 9 and the name of the chapter is The Tiger in the House. So let's start with the very first thing, that is comprehension check, which is on page number 60. So guys, let's turn your book to page number 60 and here question number 1 says, he has the distinctions of being the only member of the party to have bagged any game. So the phrase in italics means, the first is grandfather was the most distinguished member of the party. Second, grandfather was the only sports person in the party. Third is grandfather was the only successful member of a hunting party. So let's come to the answer, and the answer is the phrase in italics means that the grandfather was the only successful member of the hunting party. So now let's come to question number 2 from the same comprehension check, page number 60. Question number 2 says complete the following sentences. So the first is Toto climbed up the curtains when dash. So the answer is Toto climbed up the curtain when Timothy lost his temper because Toto pulled it by the tail. So the next is dash, I became one of the tiger's favorite. So the answer for the same is one of the Timothy's favorite amusement was the stock. Anyone who would play with him, and so when I came to live with grandfather, I became one of the tiger's favorite. So the third is Timothy had a clean habit dash. Timothy had a clean habit and would scrub his face with his paws exactly like a cat. So guys, let's come to the comprehension check, which is on page number 64, and let's turn to page 64, and on the page 64 here is the question written, that is grandmother's proper key was the tiger. First is would prefer Mahmoud's beds to sleep in. Second, and the cook would disappear together from the house. Third is would one day make a meal of Mahmoud. So the answer is grandmother proper key was that the tiger would one day make a meal of Mahmoud. Let's come to question number 2 from the same page number 64. Question number 2 is when Timothy was about 6 months old, a change came over him. The phrase in italics means that first is Timothy had grown to his full size. Second, Timothy grew more friendly. Timothy grew less friendly, in fact more dangerous. So the answer for the same is the third one. The phrase in italics means that Timothy grew less friendly, in fact more dangerous. Now let's come to question number 3, which are true or false against each of the following statements. So here we have to write true or false against each of the following statement. These are on page number 64, comprehension check. So the first is Timothy and grandfather went to Lucknow in a special compartment dash. We'll go to the answer on the next page. Let's read the statement. Second is the compartment in which grandfather and Timothy traveler had no other passenger. Third is Timothy and grandfather travel in the first class compartment. Fourth is all passengers in that compartment thought that Timothy was a well fed and civilized tiger. So the answer for the same is the first is false, because it was not a special compartment, it was first class compartment. Second answer is true, and the third answer is true, and the fourth answer is false, because the zoo authorities thought that Timothy was a well fed and civilized tiger. Let's come to comprehension check, page number 62, to question number 4. And here it is written, grandfather suggested that Timothy should be put in another cage. So the answer for the same is the reason was that the tiger had become very bad tempered. Second is a leopard in the next cage would constantly rush at Timothy. Third is the cage was too small for a full grown tiger. So the correct answer is second. The reason was that a leopard in the next cage would constantly rush at Timothy. Let's come to question number 5 from the same page number 64. The question number 5 says the tiger was still licking his arm with increasing relish. The phrase in italics suggests that the Timothy answers are was good nature. Second, recognized an old friend. Third, smelled fresh food. So the answer for the same is the phrase in italics suggests that Timothy was good natured. Now let's come to exercises that are on page number 65. So guys, let's turn your book to page number 65. Here question number 1 is where was the tiger cub hiding when grandfather found him? So the answer was the tiger cub was hiding in the root of banyan tree in the Terai jungle near Dhera when grandfather found him. So question number 2 is what does Toto do to entertain Timothy? And the second part is, what did he do when Timothy lost his temper? So the answer first is, Toto would pull Timothy by the tail to entertain him. And the second answer is, he would climb up the curtain when Timothy lost his temper. Let's come to question number 3 from the same page 65 exercise part. So question number 3 is, I became one of the tiger's favorite. Who is I in the statement? Why did he think so? So the answer is, in the statement, I is the author. He thought so because Timothy would creep closer to the author. He would then make a dash for author's feet and roll over his back. He would kick with delight and pretend to bite author ankles. Let's come to question number 4. And question number 4 is, where was Timothy most comfortable during the day? Where was he during the night? So the answer is, Timothy was most comfortable on the sofa during the day. In the night, he would sleep in cook's quarter. Let's read question number 5. What was grandmother Proparchy about the cook? Did it come true? So the answer is, grandmother Proparchy about the cook was that one day Timothy will eat him. No, it did not come true. So let's come to question number 6. That is, what made grandfather decide to transfer Timothy to the zoo? So the answer is, Timothy had begun to be less friendly. He seems to follow Mahmoud with wrong intentions. He would eat birds. This made grandfather decide to transfer Timothy to the zoo. So guys, let's come to question number 7 from the same exercises, which is on page number 65. And question number 7 says, why does grandfather want Timothy to be put in another enclosure? So the answer is, grandfather wanted Timothy to be put in another enclosure because a leopard in the neighboring cave was bothering and frightening him. So let's come to question number 8. And question number 8 is, what shocked grandfather in the end? So the answer is, grandfather was shocked to hear from the keeper that Timothy was dead 2 months ago and the tiger he was cursing was very dangerous. So now let's come to exercise part, which is on page number 65. So here in this exercise, there is first question, that is, discuss the following topics in group. So the first is, shoot animal with camera, not with a gun. So the answer is, poaching and hunting is a crime. It's certain that not all animals can be made pet, but that doesn't mean that wild animals should be killed or shot. All the living beings balance the ecosystem. To kill animal for pleasure is cruel. Thus, shoot animal with camera, know their life, but don't shoot them with a gun. Let's come to question number 2 from the same exercises, which is on page number 65. So question number 2 says, keeping pets helps us become more loving and tolerant. It also helps us respect life in any form. Do you agree? So the answer is yes, I do agree that keeping pets helps us become more loving and tolerant. When we have pets, we care for animals more, we understand them better. It increases our tolerance of being around the animals. As we are less fearful, it also helps us respect the various life forms. We get to know that every living being should be taken care of and loved. So let's come to question number 3, which is, have you heard of the Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, SPCA? What do they do? So the answer is yes, I have heard of the Society that Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, SPCA. This is an organization that works towards the safeguarding of animals. It protects them from human cruel acts and poaching. So guys, this is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. If you like our video, then don't forget to hit the like button and share this video with your friends to get updated for more NCERT solution. And the most important thing for the video is that don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is AglaSem School. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.